So yesterday I spoke about the dangers of purchasing property off the plan, and to, I guess, paint a fair story, I wanted to today talk about, I guess, what happens when it goes right. Now, I'll preface this by saying I personally probably would not buy a property off the plan because I think the risks can outweigh the rewards, but it's not always bad, and when it works out, it's pretty good. So these clients we helped a few years back. They bought a property in 2021. It was a block of land in the southeastern suburbs of Melbourne, and they paid about $330,000 for it. When the property came to settle in 2023, we had a valuation done. It was valued at $450,000. So what that meant is, if you recall from yesterday, a bank will typically lend up to 80% of the value of the property. Now, this value would come in at $450,000, which meant they could get a loan of up to $360,000 without paying LMI. Now, they only paid $330,000, which effectively means they could borrow more than 100% of what they paid, which means they didn't need to put any additional funds in to finalize the purchase, which allowed them to keep some additional funds aside for things like landscaping and furniture and things like that for their new build. So buying off the plan can work if you're in a rising market like we had during COVID, and you can effectively sit out of the market and have your property go up in value. It can be quite beneficial. However, again, I do think the risks probably outweigh the rewards, and it's probably worth, I guess, preparing yourself for both the best and the worst case scenario for something you think about doing, to make sure that you've got sufficient cash or sufficient backup plans to ensure that you're covered if things don't go to plan.